going on in the world. You have Iran ship sunk by a U.S. submarine. Survivors rescued. Sri Lanka. 6 U.S. service members killed in action since the start of this Iran-U.S.-Israel war, which just seemed to be inevitable. Since all these U.S. aircraft carriers in the region a few weeks ago, it was pretty obvious what was going to happen, unfortunately. But what are you going to do? I mean, nobody liked this Iranian regime. No Iranian liked the regime. They got out of the area. I'd be getting out of the area. I wouldn't be traveling around much. Staying close to home. Hopefully this ends sooner than later. But who knows when it's going to end. How y'all doing? Thanks for tuning in. Talking about the conflict in Iran and trying to keep everybody's mind off of it, but you got to talk about it in order to work through some of your the emotions and stuff. You need to talk about how you feel about it. Second, the president of Iran and new Ayatollah was possibly killed. But who knows what's true and what's not. Some people thinking, how's everybody doing today? Probably don't want to think about certain things like that. But things have been going on like that for years. Throughout history, you have things like that going on. So what are you going to do? You just got to live your life the best you can. Hopefully it doesn't affect you too much. But so where's y'all from? Where's everybody from? Y'all from the United States? Or y'all from some other land like Ireland or England or something? Italy? Anybody from Italy? I know some people from Italy living in former expats from Italy. from the United States that live in Italy. Open your more. So what's on everybody's mind? What's everybody doing this morning? So it's March 7th, 2026. Pretty crazy stuff going on in the world. Hi, how you doing? Patricia. And Lacey, hi. My day was pretty good. I work at night, so I'm usually up during the night, which is not good for your body to be up at night, but that's usually how I work. Late night person. Turned that way over the years with working. I work at night. What's your job? I really like talking about myself too much. I like talking about current events and stuff like that. Maybe eventually I'll open up more about what I do for work, but Patricia Waters. I'm surprised I read that. I'm getting older in age, so I can't really read too much close up. It's kind of far. I don't have a job, yeah. Oh, you're 9. You're up at, well, it depends on what part of the world you're in, what time of day it is, where you're at. I know when I grew up, just in the 80s and 90s, didn't have the internet and anything like that. Played a lot of video games, so I know a lot of people play video games now. And it's stuff to get away from stuff that's going on in the world. It's 4:35 for me. What time is it? Let's see. I think it's like 3. Greeting, mister. Yeah, hey. Staying. No, it's not. Is it who's left on the thing? It says only one. I think that's funny enough. I work in we're an occupation where we razz each other all the time, so it's don't really care what kind of stuff you say like that. I actually say it in person. I'm not hiding by a computer screen. You know, I don't know. Maybe I'm not a homosexual or anything like that. There's no reason to be ashamed if you are. Yeah, 1 + 1. Yeah. What's 1 + 1 is 2. But if you see, you're still here. How did you go away and then came back? That's not very nice. How would that make you anything like that? It's still pretty funny in the moment. See, this is a way to get off of your mind, off of the stress of the world. You come on the internet to get away from worldly things. Patricia, what? Sisters woman. I don't know. I don't think that's appropriate. Try to be appropriate. I don't really care about offending people, but and in this world and days, as far as things being said, the internet has ways of. So how long have you been gay? Not gay. Why do I? Why would you even think I am gay? Who are you talking to me? Why do you kiss guys? I don't really kiss guys. That's It's pretty funny. So now there's one person in here. Gotta love the trolls. I don't know what to tell you. Some people are just jerks about everything. But I kind of be that way too, so it's not, I just mess around. You can't take yourself too seriously. If you take yourself too seriously, your ego gets in the way. You just got to take life. Where's that song at? I don't even know if you're referring to me. I don't even know why, because I'm not even bearded. Can't even grow a beard. So I don't know why you would be even saying that sort of thing. I'm my page, Mr. Homosexual. Staying what? Staying off the grid. Like what? I don't. Yeah, you're off the grid, but you're on the internet. Sounds like you're not really off the grid there, buddy. There, buddy, old pal. Maybe I know you, because I know some people off the grid. Live the hobo lifestyle. On the road, camping, stuff like that inside of the tents and stuff like that. But I'm glad people are on here. Actually, would type stuff out so I can talk about different things. Instead, it's kind of boring. Me just trying to come up with stuff to say. I don't care if you criticize me or anything like that. But try to keep it somewhat decent. I don't like somebody coming into my place and going saying all this stupid stuff. You know what I mean? Other than that, yeah, if you get to be too much of a pain in the butt, I would definitely ban you or whatever. But anyway, how have y'all been doing today? Where are y'all from? You're from the United States? From Canada? You're from England or anything? Always wanted to go to England. It's changed over the years. Ireland, I always wanted to go to Ireland. Yeah. Italy. Ireland, Italy, Germany. This is places I really wanted to travel. There's probably other places that are interesting that I don't know. But that would be I'd want to go to. But for now, we're kind of back to where we were a few years ago when everything seemed kind of locked down. All this war stuff going on. It's pretty crazy. It's after hours time. After all those bars have closed. The last legal drug. Besides now, they have cannabis and they're saying, oh, in the United States, you're trying to say you can't own fire. Let's just say arms. If you've ever smoked or whatever, so which I think is stupid if you can drink and do that. He says stuff in the chat. Check out my song. The lighting's a little weird. I don't mind it being a little weird, but it's a little orange. Do you like the color orange? Some people are colorblind. Some people aren't. What do you all have to do today? Are you all gonna have an enjoyable day, or do you gotta work? A lot of people gotta work. My day off and tomorrow, so I'm excited about that. Although I work nights, so I'm usually up at nights. Depends on what time of the world you're in. Could be in India. There's a lot of Indian people around my neck of the woods. Where y'all from? Anybody want to type in chat area they're from, or state, or country, or whatever? We could talk about different things. I'm good at geography and history and all that stuff. I like to talk about worldly events and stuff like that. It's up to you. Current events, stuff that's been going on. What's been going on in the world? Lots of stuff has been going on. The war in Iran. We've been talking about that for 20 plus years. So this is just the kicker off for World War III, or what's going on? I don't know. Hopefully not. Hopefully this ends the war. It could be World War III, World War IV, whatever you wanted to call it. Some people call it World War IV. Some people say the World War III started about 2014 with Ukraine war in Russia, and then it kicked off worse in 2021. You're in your bunker, yeah. Please pray, please, yeah. I mean, pray. I guess praying's good. I don't know if I'd call myself a religious person, but always good to pray. It seems to help a lot. Because whatever is going to be is going to be. Tom, you're in your bunker. I doubt you're in your bunker. I doubt you even have a bunker, but that'd be awesome if you did. Call you like somebody who would like to do that and have 3 years supply of food. That's a good thing. Yeah. That's good. You want God to give, take you, or yeah, you want, yeah, obviously God. Oh, I would say Jesus. Depends on what your God is. But I believe in Jesus. But it's up to you. I mean, I know there was some point in my life that I didn't believe in that. But it's up to you, yeah. 3 years supply of food. That's good. Case of a nuclear winter, you can. Omega what? Elohome? Yeshua? Yeah. What's Omega Elohome? Are you in? What are you? Are you in China? Yeshua, yeah, that's Yeshua. But what's Omega Elohim? Omega Elohim, like Omega, Alpha, the Omega, God. He's the Alpha and the Omega. He's everything, or Jesus, Yeshua, or whatever you want to call him. What type of, do you guys read the Bible or anything like that? which version. I guess it doesn't really matter which version. People want to be divided under different things. Pray for who? Who is you? Yeah, I'll pray for you. Jordan? Parker? I'll use, please. What? I'll use. All us. Yeah, please. I don't know where you're at. Where are you at? You want me to pray for you? Well, like what? What is going on? Are you in? Oh, yes. You're in America. Of course, I pray for America. Pray for everybody. I'm in my bunker. Yeah, you're in your bunker. We know this already, Tom. But what are you doing in your bunker? Is it a big bunker? Can it withstand a gigantic bomb? I always think that bunkers can be good, but these modern warfare, there's no safe space if they really wanted to directly hit you. But you'd have to be pretty high up on the food chain for them to directly hit you. You got 2 rooms, that's pretty great. Did you dig it out of your yard? Or what? How did you make this bunker? Basements are pretty good, but yeah, you gotta have a lot of, you gotta have sanitation and all that stuff. Air in the 40 acres. Yeah, it's in the 40 acres, yeah. What area are you in the United States? I mean, there's stuff out in the middle of nowhere, and then the United States government was put there. In Michigan, yeah, it's a good spot. I always think about going to Michigan. I got some family up in that area. I don't know what part of Michigan you're in, but I think it's a pretty cool area with all the lake right there and the woods and stuff like that. You're from there originally? Because a lot of people from there, family and whatnot, neighbors from Michigan. They're pretty interesting place. I've never been there myself. Been to Illinois, Chicago area, Minnesota, that area. Close to there, right off a lake, Michigan, Iowa, where one of those service members were from. I think his name was Corey or something. Pretty sad, 20-year-old kid, sergeant in the Army, was killed this week. Corey. To look up his name, maybe I'll write it down. I'll write some stuff down and talk about it next for the next live stream. But yeah, it's pretty sad. Somebody wants to try to do some good and then they end up getting killed, not knowing what's going to happen. I mean, back in the day, I didn't know what was going to happen. You always got to think, yeah, you could get killed. What are you going to do? You know what I mean? Things that could happen. It's always good to be prepared. If you're on the road, bring some extra water. prepare yourself. Something happens, car breaks down, you're good. Make sure your fuel tank is up. Stuff like that. Food. But what? Between Lake Michigan and Iran? What is between PLM between Lake Michigan and Iran? I don't know what you mean there. I'm not really familiar with that area. Like I said, I always want to go there. The family's from there. Some of them. Wisconsin's a bigger area where they're from, but Michigan seems pretty much the same. A lot of Amish there. Maybe not in Michigan. I mean, in Wisconsin there is. And you get Pennsylvania, the Pennsylvania Dutch or the Amish. What are you all doing? What are you all doing today? We're going on. Getting near 30 minutes. I'm going to cut off pretty soon. I didn't think I would even come on tonight. But here I am, talking with y'all folks. Hope everything's going well in your life. Life's got a lot of problems. There's always going to be stuff going on. But you gotta. I'm from the Lake Michigan, Huron, and Supple? Lake Michigan, Huron. I'm from Lake Michigan, Huron, and what? I don't know what you mean. What do you mean by the last thing? And subplump? I don't know. Getting to be morning. Are you waking up early or going to bed late? I've been up all night. Maybe I'll be going to bed here shortly. Trying to get a few winks before the next day starts. But other than that, you all have a great day. God bless you all. Let's see. I'll be coming on here maybe tomorrow, probably around the same time. If you don't want to come back, depends. Talk about different things. Think of other stuff to talk about. Kind of things. Been nice talking with you, Tom. You enjoyed that bunker of yours. Yeah, maybe you should shut up, huh? Why do you want me to shut up? Then why are you even on here talking with me, huh? What's your name? Laura Cobb. You don't have to be sorry. I know you're just messing around. Nobody takes, maybe some people take things too seriously. I don't, for instance. You don't have to apologize more than once. It's doubly sorry. You can if you want to. But I'm still not going to listen to you if you said shut up about it. Is your day good? Yeah, it's been all right. I'm about ready to go to sleep again. I work nights and stuff. How about your day? Where are you all from? Is it Laura Cobb? The South. South America, or Southern United States of America. Mississippi, that area. Alabama, Texas, Louisiana. What part? U.S., yeah, that's. I suspected the United States, but. What? I don't know what that means. What part of the United States? Yes. Yes is not an answer to the question that I answered. Myrtle Beach. Myrtle Beach, maybe? So you're in Florida. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. MS. RMS? What? I don't know what you're saying. Please elaborate. More than one word sentences. No. Myrtle. What's Myrtle? Myrtle the turtle? I'm Myrtle the turtle. I'm like, who's that one guy in the United States Senate? New Albany, Mississippi? What? I don't know what the hell you're talking about. New Albany, New York? Are you in old New Amsterdam? I don't know what you're talking about. What's New Albany? MS. Is it MS? Oh yeah, you're in No, Albany. Never been there, but okay, what part of what state? Country? What country then? What part of the country are you from? Or what are you talking about? I don't know. You're in the US. I'm in the country. Albany. There's an Albany, New York. That's what I just said. I said Mississippi. Never been there. Is it nice? I hear a lot of bad things about Mississippi, but it's like I always hear a lot of bad things about certain places. And then when you go there, you find out the person saying it was probably the one with the problem, not the place you're in. It's always that person. Oh, I don't like this place. The people's attitudes. Yeah, see, it's nice. Okay. Yeah, because you're probably a nice person. But some people are like, oh no, I don't like this place. It's really horrible because they want to complain about fucking everything. Where are you? I don't really want to discuss where I'm at. But maybe eventually I will. You know what I mean? I'm in the United States. Where I know where you're at. I don't know where you're at. I don't really. Yeah, sorry. I ask all these questions and then I don't give out any answers. That's just the type of person I am. I don't like talking about myself. Pretty interesting you talk about yourself, but I'm already putting myself out there. Anyway, you know what I mean? But Mississippi sounds like it could be a good place. I don't know. Other than that, it's been going all right. Maybe tomorrow we'll talk about it. Maybe I'll open up a little bit more. I don't know. Seem to be opening up too much for everybody. I've only done a couple of these. You can go to sleep. You know, it's one of those things. Why, are you just getting up? Probably 5 o'clock there, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, something like that. Sorry, I'm being silly or whatever, but just the type of person I am. Can you hear everything good? Well, no, you can't hear everything good? Well, then why are you answering the question I just asked? Love me or hate me, it's what you're going to get. Probably have a lot more people that don't like me, or they're. I try not to be annoying, stuff like that, but what's going to happen? Been up all night, trying to get up kind of late because I was sleeping all day. Now I'm up. On here. What are you going to do today? It's 5 o'clock. Yeah. It's getting late, and a lot of times I stay up late till like 8 in the morning. I'll work nights and then get off and don't want to go to sleep. So get much sleep during the day. Your body's trying to stay up. Been up all night too. What are you doing all night? Anybody else up with you? I'm up all by myself. I don't ever really get bored though. I'm so easily entertained. This is pretty entertaining to me. I haven't done this that much. Usually watch videos and stuff like that. Go on other people's live streams and talk. Sad, some live streamers I have that may not go on anymore. You know what I mean? That they got in trouble or whatever and they're no longer on the internet. So now maybe I'm going to go on the internet for a little while. Stuff like that. If you're still there, are you still there? Lori Cup, are you going to work or anything like that? The Aki, where are you at? No, I'm not the devil. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Why would you say such a thing? So you're gonna go get up and go to work? What? No, you're not going to work. What are you doing today? Do anything exciting? You know what I'm thinking about doing? Maybe making a sandwich or something. Eat a little bit of something. You're a kid, oh yeah. Back when I was a kid, I used to watch cartoons on Saturday. That's exactly what the devil would say. What would the devil say? How do I know you're not the devil? That's ridiculous. You wouldn't say that to somebody. You met them on the street, would you? You know, like that. So, what do you watch cartoons, anything like that? Said you're a kid, but you're up at 5 in the morning. I didn't get up that early when I was a kid. Maybe 6 o'clock. Then forgot what I used to watch. No, I know that's not you. I know that. I was referring to the other person. What kind of cartoons? Do you watch them on here? I used to watch the Smurfs. I'm getting pretty up there in age. Used to watch shows like Gilligan's Island, The Munsters, The Addams Family, Green Acres, maybe not so much. You like those shows? Yeah. Pretty funny shows. I don't know. They're kind of dumb, but some of the shows now, they would have when. What's the other shows? I have already said hi. Hi. So, what shows do you watch? What kind of shows? I always thought about that. Oh, they had Mr. Rogers. Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. I used to like that. And Bob Ross. A lot of things with Bob Ross, and he's been gone since like the 90s, about 30 years. So when I was coming up in age, he passed away. But he was a painter. He used to be a staff sergeant in the Air Force. Didn't like to yell that much because he was a drill instructor for the Air Force. So when he came out, he decided to have his hair cut that way or whatever, the perm. It's cheaper or something. That became his signature look. You change your signature look and you'll lose viewers. So some people don't change their look. But what are you going to do? He kept that same way. And he had a squirrel he had in his shoulder. I did never see the squirrel. I remember seeing his paintings and stuff like that. But that was pretty cool. Really like Bob Ross. But what was the other one? Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. I think I watched more than anything. How about you? What did you watch? What do you watch? What kind of shows do you watch? I was watching a live stream on another one where I was talking on this phone, and then the other one was a little bit different timing and all that. So it might be delayed. Pop-Up Patrol. Pop-Up Patrol. Yeah, I think I remember seeing that one. I'm probably too old for that one. But I'm glad you got to stay and talk to me. I know the channel's not really geared towards kids and everything, but when I was younger, I used to talk with older people. Yeah, you better go charge it. Maybe you can come on here tomorrow when you get up in the morning or whatever. Then we can talk some more. Yeah. You have a great day then. Okay. I'm glad you stayed on here chatting with me a little bit. It makes it more interesting and more good. And you have a great day. Okay. We'll talk at you later. Make sure you have a good breakfast. Eat something if you're hungry, drink water, stuff like that. Take vitamins, I'd say. I like to take vitamins and stuff like that. But be mindful of the parents and all that, your mom and dad, if they're in your life, your elderly figures or whatever. Try to be respectful and all that. I'm sure you know that. But we will talk to you later. It's been nice chatting with you. I will end it here shortly. Maybe it's not as. My dad is gone. What do you mean by that? I don't. That he. I don't know what you mean by that. He's gone. He left. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah. You still got to talk with people. What's the yes? I don't know what you're answering yes to, though. What is there? You have a great day, though. Maybe we come on here some other time. We could chat. Okay. You have a blessed day. May the good Lord bless you and your family for all the things that life may come your way. 'Cause life's not easy. You have a great day.